Yo, haha. Milt Nicholson.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Milt Nicholson coming back with another video. So pissed because I actually did a video before, but somehow that got messed up. With that said and done, your boy does have the Yeezy 350 Clouds. I ended up getting actually two pairs. This one's from StockX, and I got another pair from YeezySupply.com. Now, I gotta kill the myth. The myth of the Clouds, the Lundmarks, the Citrins, they're all the same. Are they? Momentarily, what I'm going to do is basically I'm actually do super zoom. Everybody that's your first time on this channel, I do super zoom where I take and magnify the shoes by 15 in the normal naked eye. And primarily I do that because I want to show you guys the difference between the colorways. Because trust me, there's a significant difference that people just don't realize. At least not yet. So let me bring these out. Got the Lundmarks. There's the Citrins. So you got the Citrins right here. You got the Lundmarks right here. And you have the Clouds right here. Now I want to make sure that the pairs that I got from StockX is legit. So I'm going to compare that with the ones that I got from YeezySupply.com. And I can tell you right now, when you look at all three of these shoes, they are not the same colorway. If you're looking at it from a distance, like 15, 20 yards, you could potentially say that it might be. But if you look at it up close, I can see the color difference, the variances between the Clouds, which is like a bluish, the Citrins was like a lime green or a lime yellow, and then this is like the Lundmarks are like a creamish, like a dark cream. So let's just start with, please, verifying with StockX that you sent me some legit pairs and not the Fugazis. So I'm going to pull this out. I just want to take a look. Alright. You can see right here. And the reason why I got it from StockX, so here's what happened. Actually, I want to bring this camera up just a little bit more. So the reason why I went to StockX is because I had a feeling that I wasn't going to get these Clouds, at least on Yeezy Supply. The Clouds are more limited than the Citrins. The Citrins, I think, were widely available, or maybe they just weren't in demand as much. So I had a feeling I was going to get the Citrins. I just didn't feel like I was going to get, or at least confident enough that I was going to get the Clouds, because I do manual cops. There's no bots, none of that stuff. It's just manual cop. So I got these the day before at a nice resale rate. Wasn't too crazy over the head, but I just want to make sure. All right, these are a legit pair. I can tell because the fake pairs, for those that don't know, when you look on the bottom where the boost, the Adidas boost is, the Adidas boost should always have 3 lines. 3, not 4, not nothing, 0, 3 lines. And it should be consistent from the bottom all the way to the top. So if you're looking at it right now, 3 lines. And those 3 lines are consistent, so these are actually legit. What happened was they found out that the fake pairs didn't really have this. The stitching, obviously, they got a little bit better, but they forgot about that one little tiny frame of detail in the shoe, which was the 3 lines on the bottom. So I can tell that these are just based off of what I'm seeing off the Yeezy Supply version and what StockX sent me. This is legit. Sure that toe box is looking. Yeah. Same amount of stitching. Yeah, I just want to make sure I ain't getting no Fugazis. I want no Fugazis. But yeah, these look like the legit pair. So you never know though, right? But this is from StockX, so I just want to make sure. So anyway, back to the topic of discussion. So Lundmarks are right here, Citrins are right here, and I can tell you right now, the Clouds, these things, they do have. It's not necessarily a blue, and you'll see this in super zoom. It's more so. It's not like a bluish. It's like a green bluish, if that makes sense. Like kind of like an aqua color. And it's a combination with white cream on the prime knit upper. You can see that it has that nice milky midsole right around the shoe. And I do love the fact that they don't look alike. I mean, I have all three pairs right in front of me. I'm not guessing or saying it. Maybe it looks like I have three pairs. I got the Lundmark, Citrins, and the Clouds. And I can tell you right now, I already did a comparison between the Citrins and the Lundmarks in my last video. And if I ever do a comparison, which I'm doing right now, and actually you'll see it on Super Zoom, between the Clouds and the Citrins, there's no way you can tell me that these look alike. I mean, the Cloud and the Citrins are completely different. The Clouds and the Lundmarks, when they say Lundmark, they're completely different. And I mean, you can see it from the back, right? You can see from the prime knit upper. The prime knit upper is entirely different. I think people are looking at the liner, which is, well, actually even the liners are different, because when you look at the lining right here on the upper, this is like a light cream. You look on the Lundmarks, this is kind of like a brownish dark cream. But then you look on the Citrins, it's a lime green. So I can't really say. I mean, looking at these up close and personal, I can definitively say that these three do not look alike, despite what other people say it looks like, because the prime knit upper, the colorway is different on every single one of them. And I'll just point this out. So if you're looking on, this is the Lundmark, right? So this is gray, and it's like a gray and creamish on the prime knit upper with the reflective laces. The Clouds, which is what I'm reviewing right now, is more so of like an aquish, whitish, creamish upper prime on the prime knit upper, and then on the Citrins, you got lime green with like a darker cream colorway. So I don't see, at least when I look at the color variances, I don't see anything that looks similar. At least that's what I'm trying to get out. So I do say all three of these, and in my opinion, these are my personal pairs, so I'm keeping these. It's all about preference. If you feel like the Lundmarks are too close to the Citrins, okay, you can part ways. At the end of the day, it's up to you. Before we get into the Super Zoom, I will say there is a trick to the Yeezy 350s. I've been getting reports that it does get narrow when you look at the toe towards the end, right? So if you put your shoes in, your big toe is probably getting crunched, or feel like it's getting crunched. Here's my trick, my secret to you. Take a shoe tree, if you have, from a previous shoe, like this. I know it says Jordan, but the trick is to use this shoe tree, and you want to put it in here, because what you're doing is you're stretching out the prime knit, and you're making it a little bit more flexible, so that when you're not using it, you have it in here, and it's just sitting, and whether you have one of those front drop boxes, or you just have it in your closet, whatever the case, as long as you're not wearing it, and you put a shoe tree in there, this will make the prime knit stretch out a little bit more. So by the time your foot gets back in, you'll have enough room. And you'll see this every time you take off your foot, you put on your foot, take off your foot, put on your foot, take off your shoe, you put on your shoe. Each time you do this, you're going to notice that it feels a little bit more comfortable. It's just a matter of wear and tear on the shoe. Not really wear and tear, but the more you wear it, the more you put these shoe trees in, you'll notice there's more space in your toe. So that's just a little my secret from me to you. And well, you know what? With all that said and done, let's get to the Super Zoom so you can really see the color differences that I'm seeing between the Citrins, the Clouds, and the Lundmarks. And I'm out. Alright, YouTube. So, can we kill the myth? Is every shoe from Yeezy Supply the same? Well, right now you're looking at the Clouds. So the Clouds, they have a distinct, kind of like turquoise, blue/white combination in the prime knit. Now this design you're looking at, these are the Clouds. So not to be mistaken, and let me just put these Citrins to the side, not to be mistaken for the Lundmarks. Now you can make a case and say that the liner, which is right here, you can make this case and say that they look similar, but the overall prime knit between these are the Lundmarks, right? And you can see this design has a grayish/creamish prime knit versus the Clouds, which is like a greenish/whitish color. So I just want to throw that out, because I feel like we're getting that illusion of a lot of people just thinking or assuming that these shoes look the same. And then if you really want to take it far, let's take a look at the prime knit on the Citrins, where you can see that the liner right here is nowhere near close nowhere near close in terms of colorway between the Clouds and the Lundmarks, but more importantly, the Prime Knit on here is a greenish slash creamish color. So that's the reason why I wanted to bring this super zoom up to show people, like, even when you look at, and I'll put the Citrins and the Clouds side by side so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Here are the Citrins right here. These are the Clouds. These are the Citrins. These are nowhere near close to each other, right? And then these are the Lundmarks, right? So, and looking at these shoes, right, from a super zoom perspective, they are nowhere near each other. I mean, I guess from a distance you can make that assumption. Of course, you got the 3M laces on the Lundmarks, no 3M on the Citrins, no 3M on the Clouds. But I can tell you right now, from what I see, these shoes, they look dope. Now, it depends on the colorway. A lot of people prefer the Clouds over the Citrins. Me personally, I don't mind either or. And that's why I kept all three of my pairs. But if we're looking going around the Cloud shoe, because that's kind of what the focus is on this video is, you can see, again, the Prime Knit is very, very, very good material. And it's not going to like wear you out the first year. It depends on how you're not going to use this as a running shoe. But if you're using this as a casual walking shoe, you won't be disappointed because the craftsmanship is immaculate right now. I do like how you can see where the boost is, the Yeezy boost. You got the Adidas boost combination, right? And you can see the design on here. They're pretty much similar in terms of the structural design of the Prime Knit upper, but the colorway, they are not exactly the same. That's why I wanted to do the super zoom to show you guys that all three pairs, they are not alike. They're not alike. So your boy Magnificent, let's get to the on feet so I can show you these things on feet. And this is what I wanted to show you actually before we cut. As you can see that there's three distinct colors on the Clouds. But hey, I'm telling you, to each his own. I know a lot of people like that milky bottom because this is kind of a white milky bottom versus the Citrins that have kind of like a dark creamish. That makes sense, like a dark creamish. And then it's the same dark creamish design on the Lundmarks. But the Prime Knit upper on the Lundmarks, Prime Knit upper on the Citrins, and the Prime Knit upper on the Clouds are completely different. The colorway, they're not exactly the same. So your boy Magnificent, let's get to the on feet, show you what it do.